Abby, I just rang the doorbell. But nobody's come to answer the door yet. Are you guys not at home right now?
Oh, you still haven't noticed what's up, Cassie? You coming over to our house is always a problem for us.
What?
And even if Fred is just trying to be a kind little brother to you, he needs to realize that he can't keep letting in his money-craving older sister that's here for his doctor money. We're both getting fed up with you now.
My mom and I are only here to give him his gift as a celebration from us for opening his new clinic.
And like I was saying, we don't have any money here for a parasite like you to have, so go back home, please. We both want that from you now.
We only just got here and you're already saying things like that about us?
You can't keep latching on to your little brother who is married now just because you have no money of your own, okay? That's not good. Whether you think you can do it because he owes you one or you're just being a greedy little witch, most people would call you a pile of trash. So you know what that word means.
Listen, Abby, what exactly do you think you're saying to me right now?
Well, being from a single mother household, you guys tend to act all crazy, right? I mean, look at your mother herself. The fact that she got tossed out by the only man that could ever love her shows that she's a good-for-nothing whore, right? And when it comes to that whore's daughter, you seem to never be able to find any sort of a lover. And that rundown house you're both still living in is out of this world crazy.
This is the house we were given after my grandfather died. So far, everything you're saying is very biased and will not make me lose my composure. Could I please talk with someone a little more mature now? I can see that there's no car in the driveway, so does that mean Fred is out of the house? Where did he run off to at this time of day? I have a lot of things I'd like to ask today, and if you're not going to let us in to drop off these gifts for him, we're going to have a problem. I guess I'm going to have to talk with Fred about this now.
What? You always go around doing the most needless things. How pathetic. Has your head cooled down a little now? I'm so kind, aren't I?
Huh?
Are you kidding me? I'm not screwing around right now. What the hell did you think you were doing pouring water down onto us from the second-story window when it's the middle of winter? I'm so sorry, but it was on purpose. You're a dumbass, so I had to do something more drastic or else you would have never learned.
I totally understand how much you hate me now, but the issue is I can't seem to get my head around whatever the hell is going on inside your brain.
Your mother was down there glaring at me, though, and that really frightened me. Women that have been abandoned by their man really are barbarians, right? I hope that the both of you will take after someone like me, who is not only kind, but also cute and open-minded.
Jesus. At first, I didn't think your aimless actions would become a problem for the family. But now I can see you act that way because you lack a brain entirely, and that's dangerous.
You have such a bad personality, Cassie. Not only do you look ugly, but you have a very ugly attitude. Is there even any reason for you to be living anymore? The fact that you're not even going to be able to leech off of Fred now will be your downfall for sure. Fred and I have been working together to create a new family, which will be both loving and caring, and neither you or that whore were invited. Now you rotten woman can go back to that rundown shack of yours and decay there until there is nothing left but your bones.
Look, do you have any idea what you're doing right now?
What? I'm doing the best possible thing at the moment. This house is just for my husband and his cute wife to be living in. And in order to protect us, I'm defending this house from two scary beggars outside our door.
Fred really found himself such a stupid woman to marry. To the point I almost worry there might be something wrong with his head as well.
What? But I happen to be very cute, which means I can do anything I want around here and he'll have to forgive me. Sorry for being so cute. And as you can see, you're not getting anything else from us, so you two filthy beggars need to go.
Ugh. Then we're going home.
Finally. Goodbye forever, both the witch and the whore. I hope you both have learned your lessons today with the help of my training course.
Hey, Cassie! What the hell happened here? When I got home today, Abby was drenched and crying her head off.
Huh? Why do you think I'd know anything about all of that?
Because she told me that you were the one that poured all of this freezing cold water on her. And that you started to yell at her, saying she was a terrible wife?
Really?
I never thought that my own sister would ever be the one to do such a terrible thing to Abby. I totally get that there are some things about Abby that suck, like her being a bit irritating and not really caring about others. I had only just left for a little bit to go out and buy more coffee for us at the store nearby. Did something really bad happen between you two while I was gone? Did you finally lose it with Abby because of something she said?
Well, here's a fun fact for you, Fred. Abby never even let Mom and I into your house in the first place.
What?
Instead of being let in, she started to make fun of the both of us again, before going to the second-story window and pouring water on top of the both of us, followed by her telling us both to go home. She called us both parasites and said we needed to get lost.
What? Abby was saying all of that to you?
Do you think I'd be lying about something like that? It seems that you haven't even talked with her about any of the things that have taken place with your new clinic yet, have you?
Telling her about that would be tough on me. I've been holding off for a little bit.
Well, it's because you're not telling her everything that she thinks she can just do whatever she wants and that you'll forgive her for it.
Hold on a second. So what you're telling me is that not only did Abby pour water onto the both of you, but she poured some on herself in order to set you guys up?
That's what I'm saying, Fred. And Mom will tell you the same thing I did if you ask her, all right?
What the hell? But I'm her husband, and I shouldn't just be blaming her for all of this. That would be wrong. Before I make a final decision based off this, I'm gonna speak with her one more time. I can't believe that my friend's little sister would ever do such a thing to my own family. My head is really starting to hurt now thinking about this.
Jesus, man. She really has been having her way with you, hasn't she?
You really are such a dirty player, Cassie. Oh, and this time I'm not talking about you literally being a dirty woman who thinks she can play with men. I'm talking about how you play games like a cheater.
Could you stop talking about me like that when I'm not nearly as bad a sport as you are?
What? Aren't I just telling the truth? If you'd like, I can also comment on your bad fashion sense. Browns, blacks, grays. All you wear is the most depressing colors, it seems. But they match your inner soul.
Now, could you cut to the chase here?
What? I didn't want to get to the point outright, or else I might hurt you. But I guess I have no choice now. The fact that you went to Fred complaining about me in order to get him to hate me is just wrong, don't you think? Now you're harassing his wife, and that's a very scary thing.
Huh? I never told him to hate you or anything, so you must be mistaken here.
Oh, are you angry now? Was I on the mark there? Just because I'm cute doesn't mean that you can take out all of your frustrations on me, okay? You're just making him more resentful of me, and that's no good for our marriage, right? It's like he's having to be pressured from all sides now.
Ah, so Fred was not able to get through to you then, I see.
Why are two poor women so hell-bent on hurting the marriage of a young doctor and his cute wife? Maybe it's because the both of you are failures as women and are beginning to panic?
You're really getting on my nerves here. Let me ask, what does that make you then, telling your own husband lies about what his family did? If you're going to keep that sly kind of BS up, then we'll make you regret it. Before that happens, do you mind apologizing to us?
Oh my, you're going to force me to apologize? I'm screenshotting all of this.
Go right ahead. I was just giving you your last chance before things get really messy there. My mom and I were really only willing to give you that last chance for Fred's sake, but it's gone now.
Why are you acting all tough now?
I want to ask you, what makes you think you can act all tough now just because you have a doctor as a husband? Let me tell you the truth about him and his career right now. The clinic he's opened is nothing more than a branch clinic.
What? A branch clinic? That's right.
You see, my mom is the owner of her own hospital complex, and I work as a doctor for a private clinic myself. In other words, we are all doctors, or at least have been, yet still work in the medical field. In high positions, of course.
What? What? You're lying, right? Those kinds of jokes are way too lame to be taken as funny content, you know. Nice lie, you liar. Are you really that pathetic of a woman?
How about you go and open up the web browser on your phone and type both my mom's name and mine in to see what comes up? If you go ahead and do that, you'll be shown a lot about the two of us.
And why would I ever want to do any of that? None of what you're saying makes any sense.
I mean, I didn't mind you avoiding the truth at all costs. Just know that if you don't want to play by the rules anymore, my mom can go ahead and end that contract you just signed for a job at her hospital.
What?
You think that she'd just let you get away with acting like a total bitch? No way that would fly in an environment where you have to care for other people's needs, especially those in life-threatening scenarios.
I was...
Come on already, take a look online. See what pops up when you search my mom's and my name on there. Are you afraid to look?
Excuse me? Fine, I'll search up your guys' names. Not like anything's going to come up anyway, but you keep telling me to, so I'll go ahead and do it. This is what I mean by you being a total witch all the time. Old hag. Wait. Huh? No way, right? Are you kidding me?
Have you found what I've been wanting to show you?
No way. This can't be real, right? No way. No how.
I'm sure both of our faces are on there when you look up our names, right?
What? Then what I was just doing to the both of you, I just...
Signed your death warrant? You sure did, you dumbass bitch. You never took the time to actually consider the position that you were in. No, wait, there's not enough brain cells in your head to consider such a thing.
I thought that I'd be okay because of the fact that my husband's a doctor. This means that both his single mother and older sister are above the two of us.
Not that we use our power to control him or anything, since he's chosen to move out of the house and live on his own. Ah, you had one last chance to make up what you did to us, and you wasted it in such a disgusting manner, didn't you?
Had you just told me the truth before I said anything, this is all your fault.
All right, just took a screenshot of that.
What?
I'm sending that to Fred right now. Go ahead and have a chat with him about that comment right now.
You asshole! Are you trying to completely ruin your little brother's marriage or something?
I'm only showing you both the truth. I'd go and talk with him right now before his brain dwells on that screenshot for a long time. The more time you take to go and talk to him, the more likely things are going to fall into disarray for you.
I'm not screwing around! You really are a monster for sure now.
Abby! You tell me right now what the hell this screenshot is of.
Fred, you have the wrong idea about that.
Tell me what's wrong with what I think, and explain that to me in a way a doctor could actually understand.
Your sister forced me into that situation where I had to say that. She's trying to cause more trouble between us in the hopes that you'll begin to feel sorry for her and distance yourself from me. Look, after you got married to me, you moved out of that house and left your sister feeling lonely, right?
Really?
I told her I didn't want to talk about anything. I was thinking about her when I said that. I didn't mean to make things seem sour between us, okay? I'm sorry. You'll forgive me for that, though, right?
Abby, I have been trying to make it through this marriage believing as much as I can the things that come out of your mouth. But after what you said this time, I don't think I can trust you anymore. Or at least it's going to be very difficult for me to. Now would you stop lying to me like that, trying to make yourself look like the good guy? It's beginning to really upset me now.
Why, Fred? Are you telling me that I can't be trusted by you anymore?
You are my best friend Richard's little sister, and I do not want to start doubting what my best friend's sister says. I remember back when Richard first introduced you to me, and you said you'd try your hardest to be a very considerate person that was open to everyone. But from what I've seen, you haven't been trying at all to be considerate of others.
What? What do you mean by that?
Did you think you could get me to continue caring for you as though you were a decent person by lying to me?
What? Why do you keep thinking that I'm lying to you about all of this? You're being mean.
I never really even wanted to get married, as a matter of fact, and I wanted to be a bachelor all my life. But when your brother ended up with stage 4 cancer and was on his deathbed, he told me to take great care of you like he would have. He told me that sure, you may have had a bad personality, but you're still cute and should be with someone who could take care of you. He was just a little biased, I suppose, because he was your older brother. Damn it.
Are you saying that he lied to you as well then? Fred, you're being really, really mean right now. You and I are a married couple now, right?
I'm just speaking the truth. Abby, you really tried to play the part of a stupid little girl, lying to me about a whole lot of things right to my face. And sure, you had me fooled for quite a while there, actually, but a while back I realized what was going on and only acted like I never knew.
Huh?
I thought that at some point you would realize you didn't have to lie anymore and would open up. But I've been waiting for that to happen a long time now, it feels, and I'm at my limit. I don't want to be with you anymore, Abby.
Why are you bringing that up now?
I told you I didn't want you to realize the fact that I knew the real you. I was lying to you like you'd been lying to me. I've known about how you'd break things on purpose in your anger as a way of getting your way with me. And that you'd go into my accounts and take money from them without asking to go and play. And I've known about how when I'm not around you harass my mother and sister using the one thing you thought made you tough. And that's your husband being a doctor.
That was,
I know this will sound like I'm preaching a bit, but stealing and hurting other people is not something anyone should be okay with doing. I respect both my mother and my older sister more than anyone else, and rightfully so. Back in school, I was an idiot and told by a lot of my teachers that I should never aim for becoming a doctor. The same thing was said to me by friends and distant family members as well. Yet while I was having to deal with all those hurtful words, my mother and sister were there for me, supporting my dream. Even now, I've had to rely on my mother in order to get this clinic that I just opened, and I should be in huge debt to her for it. But she still came out here with my sister to bring me a present to celebrate it. Do you have any idea what that meant to me?
But Fred, when you told me about your new clinic, I celebrated with you.
I don't care to hear about you and your family, so stop talking about them already. Who was it that told me that instead of saying well done or congratulations?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Damn. We're getting a divorce. There is no future between us anymore where the outcome would be good for me.
What?
I feel really bad having to do this after what your brother said to me. But my life is my life, and I will not let someone like you tear it apart. You've already gone and hurt my family far too much, and I will not let you continue to terrorize them.
Wait, Fred, this is all way too messed up. Everything about this is messed up.
I've let my head cool down, and I think you should do the same. If you can do that, you might begin to understand why this is all happening.
Cut it out with all those damn phone calls. What do you want from me?
Cassie, I'm in huge trouble now.
Did you go and have that talk with Fred about your actions?
There is something seriously wrong with Fred's heart right now, with his mind.
Excuse me?
He must be burnt out from all that stress at work now, because he was just talking to his cute wife, me, like he doubted me and didn't want me around anymore. My poor, poor Fred. Maybe all of that stress is making him depressed. He needs to be taken to a hospital right now to have that fixed.
The only one I'd recommend needs to be seen by a doctor right now is you. Rather, a psychologist.
I'm not listening to any of your jokes right now. Something really bad has happened with Fred that's made him lose his mind. I've never been told by him before that he wants a divorce in such a serious way either. There is something seriously wrong with his mental health.
Why is someone like you, who has never studied any form of medicine, diagnosing my brother with something he for sure does not suffer from? To a doctor like myself, that's comical. Fred hasn't gone crazy or anything like that, all right? He's just fed up with someone he's had to deal with for a long time.
What? Someone he's had to deal with for a long time?
So you never noticed your own husband was having to put up with all your crap for so long there?
There's no way he's been putting up with me the whole time. He has a cute and kind wife like me to live with, so why would he?
I think another issue you need to have seen is you always calling yourself cute and kind, because that is not true at all. Allow me to help you a little with this. Everything you've thought you'd hidden from Fred, my mom, and I have known about, which means you being a cute little wife is far from the truth.
What?
When we came to your house after Fred had started his new clinic up, we were there to celebrate his success. But there was only one other reason we went there. We had something we really needed to ask you about, in person of course. Where did you hide the engagement ring? I'm talking about the one that has the 1-carat diamond on it.
What? Why do you...
Last week you came out to my mom's house, right? And ever since that day, the ring has been gone. That ring was left for us by my grandfather, yet it's now missing and we can't find it anywhere here.
Are you assuming that I was the one that stole it? You really are a witch for suspecting me of doing such a thing.
But when we asked for Fred to have a look around in your house, he found a lot of things in your room. Things like my cosmetics that went missing and some of my hair products as well. My earrings that I could never find, they were also in your room. But the only thing he couldn't find in there was that engagement ring.
He was looking through my things without my permission?
Without your permission? I was told by him that he asked you where all those things went, and you said you had no clue at all. And I'm assuming the reason why you never let us into your house that day was because you didn't want us finding anything out, right?
I don't know what that's all about. Are you sure that it wasn't Fred that took them from you? Or that we just have the exact same things?
Just confess already, goddammit!
What you've been doing is a crime, and we can have you sent to jail for it. I don't know anything, though.
Then I'm letting my mom know not to let Fred have that clinic now and not hire you.
Wait, that's unfair to me.
I can't believe after all my brother did for yours, things had to end with a bad divorce. I'm sure your brother is up in heaven right now crying over what you've done.
You're a bitch.
Are you sure? Are you sure it's not you who's the bitch?
I sold the damn ring. I don't need someone else's engagement ring, and it was disgusting me. Not sure where it's at now, so there you go. Are you satisfied with my answer?
Huh? I'm not satisfied, actually. This only proves that there is nothing in that thick skull of yours.
What do you want me to say, then? Do you want me to give you the money for it? Would that be enough to make you happy? I don't want the damn money for it, you asshole. What? Why are you getting so pissed off right now?
Pissed off? I'm beyond that now, but I'm just not showing it yet. But I have every right to go all out with you after what you've been up to. Acting like you're in charge of everything when you've been committing crimes left and right by stealing things. And that's on top of you treating my mom and I like garbage and assaulting us. You are nothing more than a slimy, lying child who thinks that she can still do whatever she wants. Well, I'm not having it. That engagement ring was handcrafted by my grandfather, who was a dentist, for my grandmother back in the day.
What? It was handcrafted?
I can't do this anymore. I really just can't. I'm going to the police.
What? The police? In other words, you're going to send the police after me?
That's right. You stole things from us and then sold some of them, as well as assaulted my mom and I in the dead of winter by pouring cold water onto us from above.
You really don't have to take things that far right now, right? I don't want to be placed under arrest.
There's not going to be an out-of-court settlement either. I'm going to give you the best present possible that any pile of dog crap deserves. A criminal record. Please, tell me thank you later.
I don't need that! I really do not need that!
You've gone far enough taking advantage of others while committing your crimes. The only reason you were able to make it this far in the first place is because people like my brother, my mom, and your brother thought you could do better. And you thought that since you're cute, you could just get out of everything and never have to be responsible. But in reality, we've all just felt really bad for you. All of that forgiveness was their pity.
No way. I'm sorry for what I've done. Please forgive me now. Yesterday was a really bad day for me. I was confused and did things that I never wanted to do.
I don't give a damn. You're no longer the wife of a doctor, nor is there anything about you that makes people want to spoil you. You're just mentally challenged and need to have someone caring for your needs 24/7 now. Understood? I want you to understand that while you rot in jail.
Wait.
No. I hope you'll learn your lesson today through this special training of mine.
Cassie, I found the receipt from when Abby went and sold the engagement ring. But after going to that store, they told me they had sold it already.
Damn it. All right. Well, there's nothing we can really do about that now.
But Abby's parents said they will pay for it. They can pay us back however much she sold it for. Although with that, her dad won't be able to pay for his cancer treatments.
Who knew that they had hereditary cancer in that family? I feel bad that they won't be able to afford some of his treatments now, especially after losing their son to cancer. But Abby's going to have to pay us back somehow, so perhaps they can pay us first and force her to pay them back over time.
I'm sorry. It's because I accidentally let her marry me that this all happened to us.
That's right. You should have never married someone you never really loved, even if it was for the sake of her dying brother. You better not ever do something like that again, all right?
Of course I won't. I'm sorry. I've had enough of marriage for one life.
In the end, Fred was able to have a successful divorce from Abby through the use of a really good lawyer. And like I had said, I went to the police about her stealing from us, and soon they showed up to take her to the police station and charge her with theft. She was also charged with assaulting us and would have to pay an in-court settlement later on. The price of that ring itself was close to $15,000, and then the settlement was another $10,000. She didn't have to be imprisoned or anything for her crimes, but she would have to be put on parole for a little while, as well as have to serve 250 hours of community service. Along with that, she'd have both of those charges on her permanent record, which will most definitely kill her chances of finding any decent work in this city. When the trials were over with, she went back to Fred's place to get all of her things and prepare for the inevitable. There, she was kicked out of the house by Fred, and not ever getting that job at my mom's hospital, she ran back to her parents' house. But neither of them wanted anything to do with her anymore, and they forced her away by saying they'd be cutting ties to her. Later on, both of her parents came to our house to say they were very sorry for what she'd done, and that they would pay off that ring she stole from us. However, we didn't accept the money, and said she'd be the one to pay for it over time, while they could keep that money for cancer treatments. It's sad to think all of this started because of Abby's brother, Richard, wanting my brother to keep her safe and make her happy. But it seems that was never enough for her rotten soul, and the only thing that could make her smile was the abuse and sadness of others. She would even go and lie to everyone in order to become spoiled, which my brother gladly did, like hers. But in the end, that trick really backfired and put her right back into hell. I'm sure she hasn't really learned anything from what's happened, though, and she will begin to trick people again. That's just the way things are with monsters like her, and the only way to stop them is to never trust them in the first place. Perhaps people will stop trusting her, though, not that she has no home, no money, and no friends left to leech off of. As for myself and my mom, after Fred has successfully had his divorce and no longer had to deal with Abby, we asked that he come home for a while and stay with us again. There we made sure to watch over him for a little while, as we both knew this had been hard on him like it was on us. And after a few weeks, he was back to putting all his time into the new clinic, and that's when we said he could go back to his place. Once he was out of the house again, my mom and I did the only thing we could do after such an event, and took time off to go on vacation together, somewhere warm. We've been chilled to the bone ever since getting that cold water dumped on us outside, and need a sunny, warm beach to melt away on for a bit. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.